Is a personal finance expert at NerdWallet UK. Morning, Amy. And
Hi, Phil. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too. For Adam, especially in his situation, and anyone who is in that situation, it's quite easy to feel the despair, isn't it? And trying to work out what you can do when everything seems to be set against you. Prepayment meters for energy and things like that sting you harder than anybody else. It seems almost an impossible task to work out where could you save any more.
It's a really sad situation that Adam has found himself in. And as we've been hearing from Fraser just then, he's not the only one. And NerdWallet research that we conducted at the end of last year reflects something similar. Energy bills are one of the biggest money worries that people have in this country. We asked people in 2025 what are their biggest financial concerns, and energy bills were top of the list. More than food, more than rent or council tax, more than half of the people we asked said that energy bills were a concern for them. And it is really, really tricky. It sounds like Adam is actually doing quite a good job of managing his money. He knows what he's got coming in from his benefits, and he's managing just about to make it stretch. And I was really pleased to hear that he's able to make use of food banks because they can be a huge help for people.
Yeah, they can. Getting a control of things, knowing what's coming in is really key, isn't it?
Absolutely. You need to not only know what's coming in, but also look at what's going out. And if there are any non-essential outgoings, things that you could manage without in order to have a bit more money to get on top of your bills, then things like subscriptions that you could pause. Lots of people have things going out automatically by direct debit that they've just forgotten to cancel. And that can be an absolute disaster if you think you've got a certain amount of money to last you to the end of the month, and then a payment goes out that you didn't foresee. So it is really important to sort of go through your bank statements, check in your subscriptions settings on your mobile phone if you're somebody that subscribes via apps, and just see where you can switch things off that you don't actually need.
Yeah. Be brutal. Cut back where you can.
Have a cleanse.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people then, obviously, if you get into that situation where the debt is building, Is that the end of the line? Are there things you can do to get that under control?
If it's energy bill debt, it's really vital that you speak to your energy provider. So Citizens Advice is a great place to seek support, and they may be able to help you navigate conversations with providers that you owe money to. But actually, speaking to your energy provider and explaining the situation, they've got a duty to support vulnerable customers like Adam and people who are in electric-only homes and on low income. But they can't help unless you tell them the full story. So you do need to be prepared to be brave and pick up the phone and explain that you're struggling. And rather than feeling like it's you versus the energy provider, if you can think more that it's you and the provider versus the problem of how we're going to get this debt paid off, that can sometimes make it feel a bit less intimidating.
Yeah. Amy, it's a real tough moment, isn't it? But you got to do it. Amy, thank you so much for that. Amy Knight, personal finance expert at NerdWallet UK.